We need to talk about these new drugstore makeup launches I've been testing. I have some hits and some misses to share with you today. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new, and let's get into it. Let's start with the new L'Oreal True Match Hyaluron Tinted Balm. I grabbed this in shade 2.5 Neutral Light. Now, I haven't done my thorough foundation multi-day wear test review yet, but I have been testing this out, so I'm just going to give you my quick thoughts here. This almost melts into my skin as I apply it, whether I'm using a brush or a sponge. It gives buildable light to medium radiant coverage that looks extremely natural. It evens my skin tone and is very smoothing on pores and texture. Now, this is formulated with 80% skincare ingredients, including hyaluronic acid, so it is a hydrating formula. I have a combination skin that's normal and can be dry around the perimeter, but I get shine and oil breakthrough during the day in the center of my face. We're also at a time of year here in New Orleans where the heat and humidity are really ramping up, so I can get some shine breakthrough during the day. I do need to maintain this, blot it, but it doesn't break down until it gets towards the end of the wear time. I can get maybe 5 to 6 hours out of this without a primer. If you have normal to dry skin, mature normal to dry skin, and you're looking for a drugstore balm foundation, this might be worth looking into. I do want to note too that if you flip open the bottom, there is a mirror and a flat sponge housed there. I was really excited to start testing out the new Essence Silky Blur Hydrating Longwear Concealer. I've heard several people rave about this. I grabbed it in shade 130, which is a little bit light for my under eye area. If you think you're my foundation or concealer shade match twin, I keep running lists of all my shade matches over on my blog, and those links live in my description box, and I'll of course have all the products I'm sharing and wearing today linked for you too down in my description box and also tagged through YouTube. YouTube doesn't always have everything though, so if you don't see a product through YouTube, check my description box because everything is always there. This has a very creamy consistency that blends out incredibly easily and quickly to give buildable medium coverage, almost medium full coverage. I would say the finish is a satin matte finish. Now, I am someone that does need to set under my eyes with some kind of very finely milled translucent powder, but if you don't crease under your lash line like I do, if you don't need to set your under eye area, this might be self-setting for you. It's supposed to wear beautifully and comfortably all day and be waterproof. I will say this wears really nicely all day. I have no issues with coverage breaking down or fading, but I do feel like my very dry textured under eye areas start to show a bit of dryness as the day goes on. It's not the most drying concealer I've ever tried, but it's not as hydrating as I thought it would be given all the raves. But I'm also wondering if their under eyes just aren't quite as dry as mine are. I mean, the same thing happened to me with the Natasha Denona concealer that most people love. It looked beautiful on me for about 2/3, maybe even 3/4 of the day, and then it just starts to look a bit drier, and I just never know how long I'm going to be wearing a concealer, so I just want it to look hydrating, or as hydrating as possible, as long as possible, and this just misses that mark. But when it looks nice, it really does look nice. So if you have moderately dry to oily under eyes, this will probably work for you. Since I have 2 finishing powders in this video, and both of these are getting quite a bit of buzz, I figured I would just talk about these together. So we have the Milani Baked Blurring Finishing Powder. I picked it up in Fair Light, and this is the CoverGirl True Blend Skin Enhancer Baked Luminous Finishing Powder. That's kind of a long name. I got this in Sugar Cookie. Finishing powders are typically baked formulas, which is what these are, and they're usually very flattering on all skin types, even dry, mature skin, because they start out as a liquid and are baked and wind up in this final formula. I've been a huge fan of finishing powder for many, many years. I have videos on it. It's just a great final step of your makeup routine to give you an airbrushed, flawless look. If you've gone overboard with bronzer, blush, contour, or if you have harsh lines, dusting a finishing powder over your face can soften those lines. It can just do so many things without looking like makeup or like powder. It's just very flattering. It can smooth and minimize pores. Now, I've heard people compare CoverGirl to Hourglass. I don't really see similarities with the formulas aside from what they look like in the pan. Both of these seem to swatch with a fairly soft matte finish, and I applied each of these to one half of my face just to do a half and half comparison, and they both apply really nicely. Neither looks chalky, powdery, heavy, or cakey. What I noticed when I looked up close, when I compared the sides, is that Milani seemed to have a bit more coverage. I mean, all finishing powders, most, will have sheer coverage, just a sheer veil of coverage. That's what you want. This has a bit more, while CoverGirl is a bit more sheer. Either can be a good thing depending on what you want. But despite CoverGirl having more of a radiance in the pan, Milani appeared to have more of a radiance on my face. Kind of a candlelit glow radiance rather than a soft matte finish, which is what the CoverGirl gave me. Again, either can be good depending on your preference. I guess my bottom line is that I think both are really nice baked finishing powders that can work for all skin types, even mature skin. So it just depends on what you're looking for specifically in a finishing powder. Milani has several versions of their Make It Last setting spray, and they have added a new aerosol version. This is the Make It Last Microfine Mist setting spray, but this is not like the previous aerosol setting sprays we know, like the one size that have matte finishes. This has a natural finish. The mist is very, very light and even. It is a very nice mist, and it sort of takes away the powdery look of your makeup and blurs everything together as it gives you a natural finish. It's not quite radiant, but it doesn't leave your makeup looking matte if that's the finish you're going for. Now, this has some skincare extracts in it: chamomile flower, green tea, and bamboo, but alcohol is the first ingredient, as it is, or near the top in many setting sprays. So you may not want to use this every day if your skin is prone to getting dry very easily, but it might be good for special occasions if you're looking for a setting spray that's actually effective and will set your makeup to be long lasting but doesn't mattify you. Not everybody wants a matte finish, and this kind of fills that gap. I decided to go ahead and put the new Tirtir Flawless Pore Prep Primer in this video. It's about $22, which at this point is pretty much drugstore price. I mean, high-end primers are a lot more than that. This is alcohol-free, fragrance-free, and there are soothing ingredients and other ingredients in here to help with uneven texture, oiliness, and irritation. Now, I accidentally started to apply foundation to the lower half of one side of my face before I decided to apply this, so ignore that. The primer is applied everywhere else, but there's a clear difference in what my skin looked like before I applied it and after. And it's a primer, so of course it's designed to help your makeup grip better and wear better throughout the day, though it's not a gripping primer. It doesn't have that sticky feel. It's weightless. I've really been enjoying this, and it works really well for all areas of my face: dry and shine prone oily areas. Versed, the more affordable line from Merit, recently launched their Everything Balm Complexion color. I grabbed it in Canyon. This is so different than I thought it would be. Usually products that have this level of shine in the compact have stickiness to them. They kind of feel like they never set down. I know you can't actually feel what I'm feeling as I'm blending this out and touching it, but it just feels like the back of my hand. It doesn't feel sticky or tacky. It's not greasy or oily like many products that look like this. It's also not drying. It's a nice in-between formula. It applies and blends out incredibly easily. You can wear it sheer or build it up for more impact. And all the shades they created are blush bronzer hybrids that are designed to give you that sun-kissed natural look, which is perfect in time for summer. And even though it's a hydrating formula, these last on my face. I'm really impressed with this formula. I was going to call it a blush, but it's not really a blush. It's a bronzer of sorts, but I like it. I guess I could have shared this after the L'Oreal Tinted Balm, but I decided to share it near the other blush in this video. This is the L'Oreal True Match Hyaluron Tinted Balm Embellisher. This is a blush highlighter hybrid. I grabbed it in Rose Lumiere. This is also a lightweight hydrating balm with 80% skincare ingredients, just like the tinted balm we already talked about. Now, if you like a very, very hydrating cream blush that gives you sheer to light medium coverage for just a hint of color, this will probably be up your alley. This just does not give a lot of color payoff. It does melt into your skin though. I mean, even swatching it, you just don't get much color payoff with this blush. And I really didn't even realize it had sheen in it until I saw the description that it was a blush highlighter hybrid, because the pigment is just so sheer. It feels really balmy. It just has that kind of oily, balmy, hydrating consistency to it. So if you have, I would say, normal to oily skin, you will probably want to set this down because it just felt very, very sticky on my skin, like my hair was just going to stick to my face. So this is not really the product for me personally, but if you have dry skin, dry, mature skin, and you just want a hint of color on your cheeks and you need a lot of hydration, this could be a great product for you. I love a good cream one and done eyeshadow, so I had to try the new NYX Lid Lingerie Cream Eyeshadow Pigment. I grabbed it in Beige Appeal. There are 5 mattes and 5 metallics to choose from. I surprisingly grabbed a matte. These feel really lightweight. You don't need much product at all. These are so quick and easy to swipe on your lid and blend out the edges, and they do give you time to swipe them on and blend them out before they fully set down. I'm glad I got the shade. It's nice to even out redness, veins, imperfections you have on your lids. So it's nice to wear it alone if you just want to even out those imperfections, or to wear it as a base under other eye products. It's smoothing, it's flattering, it feels weightless, and it doesn't get dry and cracked looking. If you have texture on your eyelids, I didn't have that experience anyway. If you've tried this or any products in this video, by the way, let me know your thoughts on those products in the comments down below. And also let me know other products you want me to try or any video ideas you have in your head. I'm open to suggestions. I grabbed the Maybelline Lifter Gel Lip Gloss in Strawberry Shake. I really like the pigment, smoothness, and shine this gives my lips. What I don't like is the applicator. It's hard, shiny plastic, and you click it to dispense it, and they say it clicks up the right amount every time, but I find it often clicks up too much and it ends up kind of goopy. These have a very faint, soft, sweet scent to them. They have passion fruit and hyaluronic acid, and there is zero stickiness. It feels cushiony and comfortable. Like I said, nice shine, and it's very smoothing on my lip lines and flattering, and it lasts a decent amount of time. The product inside here is really nice. I just don't like this applicator. We've had a few new launches from Catrice lately, and you know how I feel about the quality you get for the price when it comes to Catrice. I think these new Gel Glide lip liners are $6. The shade I have here is Line Me Softly, which is a really nice peachy pink. These have a nice glide to them, and they set down to a kind of a velvety matte finish, and these are long-lasting lip liners. So after they set down, they will last on your lips and help other products last longer that you apply over them. Now, I do find by themselves they can feel drying, but I'm not one to wear lip liner by itself, so it doesn't bother me because once I layer something over it, it's absolutely fine. And when you initially get it, it looks like it's not sharpenable, but it is. So I wanted to let you know that too. But if you're looking for an inexpensive, long-lasting lip liner, this is really good. And we have another new launch from Catrice. This is the Filler Supreme Lip Gloss. The shade I have is Nude Not Rude. It's what's been on my lips throughout this video. These have peptides and hyaluronic acid. These feel so good on my lips. I didn't even realize this was supposed to be a plumping lip gloss. There is no tingling sensation or any sensation whatsoever. It just feels like a nice, cushiony, hydrating, comfortable lip gloss without any stickiness, and you get some really nice pigment too. These are super smoothing and flattering on lip lines, and they wear a decent amount of time for a lip gloss as well. So this is another hit for me from Catrice. These run, I think, $7. Let me know your thoughts on these products, or if you've tried any new drugstore releases lately that I didn't share in this video. Let me know those in the comments down below. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like and hype it, and subscribe if you're not already. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!